Here we are for another On the Couch with Dan and Dane, and today we're going to be talking about salary sacrificing. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm like, it's good to be here on the couch, right?
I'm going.
Let's get in there. What are we talking about? Sorry.
So, salary sacrificing on interest for investment lending. It's actually something you can do through Smart Salary.
Yeah,
and we're going to talk about it because it was a question that actually came up from a client yesterday, and we're going to discuss it today on the couch.
Absolutely. It's very topical. I mean, everyone loves to save on their tax. Like, I don't mind paying tax bills because, well, at the end of the day, it means you've earned some money, right? So the government is always going to get their dime out of you. They'll always get their cut. And it's like, as the process goes, like, no matter what happens, they're going to get a trim, right? And that's okay because they're the government. And they provide roads, and they provide all the facilities for medical, and like all of that stuff that the public needs. The government needs to pay for it somehow, and I don't mind them taking a small sliver of my income, but as small a sliver as I possibly can make it, right?
Yeah, 100%. Thing is, when I sort of look at it as well, and yes, the concept, I understand it, right? But the government aren't stupid. And when we look at sort of salary sacrificing, like I jump on Smart Salary, even though I'm not in the RAF anymore, everything that you can go through and salary sacrifice, you can actually claim at the end of tax time anyway.
Yep.
So you really need to weigh up if it's the best thing for you, but because in the end, you're really going to hit the same amount of money back, whether you get it during the year or get it at the end anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So it might be a really useful tool. I mean, people might look at it and they'll go, look, what it's allowing me to do is instead of having to go and get what's called a PAYG variation order put in place in order to save the amount of tax so you don't claim it at the back end, maybe you just go out there and do your salary sacrificing month to month to month, and you get it's exactly the same amount of money that you're going to be able to save at the end of the day. But what it does is it just assists you in cash flowing that property throughout the year. But I also love my big, fat, juicy tax returns when I put it in because that's my savings habit as well.
Yeah.
That allows me to save money throughout the year.
Then you go buy your fishing boat.
Oh, mate, it's not that big of a big, fat, juicy tax bill. But it does give you an opportunity there where you can spread out a little bit of the interest repayments throughout the year and save you a little bit of money on a week to week.
Absolutely. Budgeting is key. So that ends another week of On the Couch with Dan and Dane. We'll see you next week.